overloading amounts of damage. They put her in a decent spot, but Tedo coming over in the Rex side.
Oh, with a nice route into the knockup. Bonzo's going down. First blood really quickly for King Yeetloaf.
Yeah, and Fonzo not even having time to flash. Tedo gonna spot out Ignopius on his Raptors. They're gonna invade him right here, and Tedo's gonna be able to pick up the rest of those small Raptors.
It's just like, what can you even do as a jungler when your mid laner dies pre 3 minutes and you start getting invaded immediately? It's really rough.
It just has to feel so bad for Ignopius, and it's really interesting that he picked the Volibear here, because Volibear jungle is not very popular at all. In all honesty, he's probably a more losing matchup into the Rek'Sai as well. You have to wonder how many junglers got taken off the table for Ignopius to move on to the smaller bear.
Flash forward! Hayabusa Taicho goes for the flash stun onto Worstlock, forces him to flash out at the threat of Ignopius with the chain CC, but Tedo has come around. He hasn't even done his top side yet. He's just going for gank after gank. Dexler going very low, but so is Tedo. Looking for the Prey Seeker. Not going to be enough to kill, thanks to those corrupting potions ticking away on Dexler.
The margins of error on that gank were extremely small. Tedo barely staying outside of tower range and only taking one tower shot there. Dexler not having enough health to survive the Prey Seeker. Now Tedo is going to head over to his top side that again hasn't been cleared. He went mid, went for an invade, went towards the scuttle, immediately went towards top side. So this may be the style that GSM wants to play in the coming weeks, and we'll have to keep an eye out on that, and especially Tedo trying to see if he is going to be more of a gank-oriented jungler, which may be what our meta in terms of jungle is going to be moving towards.
Yeah, I definitely think that that's a real possibility with the jungle kind of getting nerfed. Not only do you have more incentive to go for ganks, because the jungle is just worth less EXP and gold, relatively speaking, but also you have more time to do it because of how much longer it's going to take for those camps to spawn after you take them.
Yeah, and it's not as if farming junglers are absolutely gutted on this patch either. They're still pretty strong. It's just a matter of, like you said, those camp times respawning and the EXP not allowing junglers to carry nearly as hard. But the jungle, in my opinion, with the current changes, is being put into a much better spot. I believe the jungle was much overpowered before, which is why we have these hard farming carry junglers that it was extremely difficult to play against. Now, in this current patch with the jungle changes, I believe it's a little bit more manageable to play against these farming junglers.
Yeah, alright. So, King Yeetloaf is being... the lane is kind of being frozen on him right now. Bonzo has it in a really good spot, and it's still built up pretty nicely for him. I think they're trying to get an avenue for Ignopius to come in and gank onto this mid lane.
Yep, and King Yeetloaf still has both summoners, has not expended the teleport yet, and still has the flash. Should be able to get away from this gank relatively easily, but Ignopius starting to fall behind. He's about, I believe, 2 camps behind Tedo right now, maybe 3 if I'm miscounting, but now Tedo resetting on the map, heading towards that scuttle. We'll have first move because Ignopius just now backing level 4 to Tedo's level 5 as well. Not in a very efficient game from Ignopius.
Yeah, look at the CS discrepancy in the top lane, though. Slappy is frankly getting slapped himself right now. He's gonna make up for a little bit here with this wave, but there's no way that that wave is 28 minions.
Yep, and Dexler kind of bullying out Slappy a little bit, trying to deny a little bit of the CS. We'll deny the melee minion now. The wave kind of frozen in front of Slappy's tower. He knows that Tedo is on... Sorry, he doesn't know that Tedo's on the bot side, but can safely assume that Tedo's on the bot side with the dragon and the scuttle right there. Now,
I think they know now because
they know at this
pinged
point
out that the control ward got dropped in this blue buff. Here we go. Nice wall stun from Dexler, putting down a lot of damage there. Both of them getting their grass procs off. Slappy actually getting a nice bit of the trade on the back end.
Yeah, Slappy just hit level 6 as well. That entire time, Dexter was about 2 levels up on Slappy. Slappy's gonna need to back really soon. He's really low. His refillable potion being chugged right now. His health slowly going up, but Dexter just bullying Slappy right now. And this is not what we expected. We know how good of a player Slappy is. We've seen him play before, and we didn't expect him to get just, I guess, slapped around by Dexler in this matchup.
Yeah, Poppy is actually fairly underrated, I will say. In lane, she actually has a very good matchup against a lot of Her Q does a lot of damage if you get both procs of it. There's the Dredge line onto its Deku. Hayabusa Taicho's not in lane right now. He's gonna have to flash out to safety as well as the Summoner heal. So good capitalize from Shampoo Bracelet.
And look like either jungler is playing towards the Pacific side of the map right now. Dragon's going to be started up by GSM with Ignopius on the top side. I don't believe they know that for sure, but they can kind of assume they know that none of the camps on the bot side are up at the very least. It's a pretty free dragon for GSM here, and Slappy just playing underneath his tower, looking to back, but a wave just constantly crashing into it, making it extremely difficult.
Oh, that was so good from Slappy to cancel out the dash. He's gonna get the solo kill onto Dexler, overplaying his hand.
Dexler thought he could punish right there, but the unstoppable from Slappy
Oh,
was
here we go, the
insane.
encore now into Fonzo. Flash forward from Shampoo Bracelet for the Dredge line, but King Yeetloaf cannot follow. Here comes Ignopius, the ball just zoning off King Yeetloaf, and not enough damage to follow through.
Oh, and that actually hurts Ignopius so much. He was trying to make the play there for his team, grabbing the Rift Herald. Since its mid laner got engaged on, he had to peel off of it.
Hayabusa a little bit here. He's gonna be able to magical journey to safety.
Yeah, he's just gonna get chunked though. He's gonna have the back, which was quite unfortunate. I think he just now came back from a back. So not great from him. Only a 1 ward score right now. Still hasn't upgraded his relic shield to the next item to be able to get those 3 wards. And he's just not helping his team much. He needs to be staying in lane, be playing against the Kaisa right now, trying to create an advantage for his team that's slowly falling behind. Just because of this jungle pressure right now. But the top lane matchup is just keeping Devils Never Die in this game.
Oh, this is a really nice one. Oh, he uses the ultimate to get away quickly. Teto flashes for the knockup. Ignopius is fairly tanky, though, with the help of that Command Protect, as well as the natural tankiness that he has with that Bomby Cinder. Flashes burned by both junglers there.
Yeah, both these teams I feel like are playing just so safe.
Dredge line on to Hayabusa Taicho. He's taking a lot of damage. The death charge has been invested as well. Hayabusa ults himself to try and keep himself alive, but this is just going to be an auto tag. He flashes out the safety. Ultimate coming out from its Deku. Now in the top lane, we're having a slap fight. Looks like none of the curtain call was able to land based on where that directed camera angle took us. Ignopius going for a gank here. Shampoo Bracelet gets the Summoner heal out from Worst Luck NA. Ignopius, can he finish the job? He's not able to get it! Worst Luck NA is putting out enough damage to force him back, and he doesn't have the move speed.
This scoreline does not at all reflect the pace of the game right now. Very action-packed, and Ignopi is trying to make a play happen on the bot side. I feel like Hayabusa slightly misplayed that by using the ultimate on himself and then flashing away when Ignopius was in the area. Maybe they could turn that.
Dexler knocks him into the wall. Good job. Good gank evade from Dexler. He's actually looking for more. He wants to go for a flash Q onto Teto. He does not have the ultimate yet. He's going to go for the ultimate here. Teto comes in to call the port gun. Dexler gets the kill in a 1v2. Now he's looking for the final one, but Slappy is just going to breathe on him, and he gets the 1-for-1.
Yeah, and Dexler not going to miss much here. Not a huge wave crashing to his tower. He's going to have the teleport as well. He gets the kill out of that 1v2 exchange. Not bad, honestly. He played that extremely well. The mechanics were definitely there. And it was a really impressive play from Dexler.
Yeah, holy cow. We're talking about how much damage that Poppy Q actually does. Stuns him into the wall as he's coming in for the gank, puts down the Q. I think he actually also got a W knockup when Teto tried to come in with that tunnel at the very tail end of it. A plate going the way of GSM in that bottom lane.
Nope. Tempered Fate is available. Ignopius on the bot side, but it's all warded up. So the bot lane of GSM going to play with some relative safety here. Ignopius actually going to back right now as well. So not anything going to happen in the bot lane at this time. But the mid lane, however, could be a point of interest. Fonzo still doesn't have flash from the previous engage onto him. Rift Herald has gone over the GSM as well. They might look for a gank mid right here and then drop the Rift Herald.
So we know Rek'Sai is actually a fairly fast clearing jungler. Volibear a little bit behind, but compared to the majority of junglers, how does Volibear stand up? What is his strength? Is he meant to be, like, is he on the higher, faster end and he's just getting outpaced by a slightly faster jungler, or what's going on?
I think he, in terms of jungle clear, he's about average, right? just feels so different to play the jungle with a champion that's way optimized to purely be a jungler than to have Volibear that initially wasn't meant to be a jungler. I would say just kind of maybe a top lane jungle flex, and then now being put into the jungle, so it's clear is going to be a lot slower than the average jungler. However, it looks like Kenopi is still trying to keep up. He's only level behind.
Charge onto Deku. They've got King Yeetlove here. There's the killer instinct from Worstlock. He flashes away from the Tempered Fate, looking for the shockwave here. He's gonna catch only the support as Worstlock and he gets exhausted, but kills up Hayabusa anyway. Ignopius jumps in. Here comes Dexler with a teleport. He gets the kill on the Shampoo Bracelet. Call the Board God is available. Slappy, will he be able to get it up? He gets a 3-man knockup into another one, but he's only able to trade 1 for 1 as he takes out 1. Dexler on the run. Will Worstlock be able to finish him up? He needs a couple more autos. The Deadly Flourish will keep him away. And that'll be a 2 for 3 in favor of D&D.
Yeah, and D&D having an awesome TP from Dexler definitely helped them at that fight, being able to pick up that last kill on Nautilus and kind of set things up. Slappy hitting a 3-man knockup into another 3-man knockup looked beautiful, and I feel like it kind of saved the fight for GSM. They were able to finally push Dexler and its Deku off of the tail end of that fight. But overall, I don't think the pace of the game changes too much based on the results of that fight. Still a slight lead in favor of GSM, but nothing meaningful enough for D&D to say we need to play a lot safer.
Yeah, and really wanting priority in this dragon, King Yeetlove actually teleports onto a ward in the mid lane so they can drop that Rift Herald and then move into this dragon area because they really want to go for this one. You've got Ignopius in the area, but he has no ultimate. A double will root up Dexler, but now Fonzo is zoning out King Yeetlove, who's on the wrong side of the fight, gets chunked out. Teto, now he's just looking for a potential steal as Worstlock and Shampoo Bracelet on the other side of the Dragon Pit. It's going to be a D&D Dragon, so 1-1 in Dragons, only 500 gold separating the two teams. It's a very close game.
Yeah, and it looked pretty good for GSM there, who started that dragon off of the Rift Herald drop in the mid lane, kind of forcing that priority, but it looks like Devils Never Die just kind of gave up that Rift Herald they didn't really care about. They went straight to the dragon. They were able to push all members of GSM off of that. Teto not feeling confident enough to make a smite steal at 1 level up means that Devils Never Die will easily pick up that dragon.
Yeah, I think a big thing there. Oh, Dexler coming in for Slappy. He is going to actually pick up tower aggro thanks to the something. He got tower aggro. It doesn't matter. But he is able to just walk out. I think what happened there, though, is Teto and King Yeetlove were coming towards the dragon from mid lane, and Worstlock and Shampoo Bracelet were coming from bot lane. They kind of got split, and because Teto is actually relatively squishy, having gone for the Prowler Claw and having no real tank stats on him right now, they were easily able to get zoned off by Fonzo because of the threat of just like, not even the Shockwave, just Command Dissonance is going to be putting out a lot of damage. You see it right there.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's some great analysis there. Noticing that GSM is going to be split, and it would have been a very favorable team fight for Devils Never Dies if they decide to forego the dragon altogether. Now Rift Herald spawning in about 30 seconds. Both teams kind of posturing towards that side of the map. We have its Deku now rotating up towards the mid lane alongside the Orianna, going to be able to force that priority, maybe go onto that dragon. But Slappy unanswered in the bot side. Dexter going to head down there. Neither top laners having TP for this potential Rift Herald fight. This 4v4, I think right now, might favor GSM. They just have a lot of damage on their side. The Seraphine ultimate is available. They're going to start this Rift Herald up pretty soon. They're moving over to the mid lane first. They see Teto has the reset. And if they see that reset, Devils Never Die may just start up this Rift Herald.
I actually really like that King Yeetlove has gone for the Liandry's Anguish rather than the Moonstone on his Seraphine. I've always loved Liandry's as an item in theory on Seraphine, but it just kind of got overshadowed by how sheerly efficient the Moonstone Renewer is. But having gotten nerfed this patch, he's gone for the Liandry's Anguish, and I'm really excited to see how much damage he's actually putting out. It doesn't look like a lot, but that Liandry's burn really adds up over the course of how much damage he's putting out. Teto coming in for a gank here. Dexler gonna get knocked up. All the Fort got flashed away from. Teto does have the ultimate, but he's really actually quite low. Goes for the Prowler's Claw and the ultimate now. Dexler actually going very low, but he's gonna look for it. He goes for the E, but I think he got the wrong target. The Q zones Teto out. Prowler, he doesn't get killed in the 1v2, and that frees up his team to go for the Rift Herald.
Yeah, GSM committing way too many resources to the bot side to try to get a kill onto Dexter, not even getting the kill at the end of the day, giving over the Rift Herald to Devils Never Die.
Oh, Dexler just going for the aggressive play here. Slappy now
Oh.
is actually in a good spot, and he flash autos. He might be able to get him. There he goes. The shutdown finally comes through for Slappy. As we were talking about, the Q damage is quite good, but so is that brittle proc on the Ornn. So Dexler just a little bit too far forward there with how low he was.
It's crazy how much damage both of these tanks are doing in this 1v1 against each other. Now Fonzo getting pushed back. It looks like the bot lane of GSM has rotated up for that top tower. We're gonna see where the Rift Herald drop is for Devils Never Die. Looks like they're playing towards the bot side, but I think Volibear's just gonna pick that one up. Rek'Sai now being seen.
Just gonna magical journey out to safety.
Yep. Yeah, but for now, it looks like GSM getting a first move onto that mid lane tower may be able to take that one down. The Rift Herald charged into it earlier with only Bard defending. I don't think that's enough to dissuade these members of GSM from backing off of this one.
And it looks like that will be first tower going the way of GSM in spite of the Rift Herald having been picked up by Ignobius. They've got another dragon spawning in about 45 seconds here. It is the Cloud map. Love gonna take his recall here. No, he's actually gonna cancel it. Gonna go for the encore. He doesn't connect it onto either of those two members. Now Bonzo now gonna be found by Teto here, but King Meatloaf is a little too far to contribute any damage, but he actually gets it with the Leandry's burn. The Tempered Fate trying to save him as he catches Teto, but there's a double root coming out from King Meatloaf, and Slappy is here. Call the board cutting. Nobius goes down. Dexler trying to be the hero, goes in onto Teto, but he's got the shields. He's got the heals coming out from King Meatloaf, and Worstlock and A will pick him up. It's a 3-for-0, and now the dragon for GSM.
Devils Never Die just completely split in that fight with its Deku in the top side rotating down, mid lane Orianna being able to just get caught by GSM. GSM just capitalizing on the messy play from Devils Never Die. It really seems to thrive on the skirmish style that GSM is not giving them right now because GSM is the one calling the shots.
And we were talking earlier about, Teto just hard went mid lane after clearing his camps, then went for an invade, then went top lane, and then cleared his top side. He's still ahead of Ignobius in terms of farm and EXP, so I think that just really shows the discrepancy between like a champion that's meant to be a jungler right now and those that just can't. There's a reason you don't pick them in competitive play.
Yeah, and Ignobius a full level behind, like we said. Really unlikely to be able to get some nice smite steals in, and his team now playing from behind about 3k. He's gonna need to try to catch up. Rift Herald about to time out right now. I believe it's about 3/4 of the way up. That should be about 30 seconds right now. We'll see where Ignobius ends up dropping it, but all of Devils Never Die just completely split right now means that the Rift Herald won't efficiently be used. It doesn't look like Orianna or Jhin is going to be able to support this Rift Herald push if he drops it in the mid lane, trying to maybe rotate over to the top side before, but GSM should be able to easily rotate enough members to defend. Hayabusa Taichao getting caught out mildly, but Slappy is going to be the one who gets turned on.
He actually did get rooted by the Deadly Flourish. He's going to get knocked into the wall here by Dexler, but it's a level 13 Ornn now, and you're spending a lot to try and kill him off here. He's only barely about below half HP now. He's going to go for the Keeper's Verdict, the Temper Fate onto 4 members of the game. He's going to get a 2-man Cosmic Stun, and it will be 2 kills going over the way of D&D. Worstlock having to flash away from the curtain call.
D&D finding the initial pick onto Slappy ended up working out for them. Extremely late TP from King Meatloaf as well, who was in the bot side of the map. Rift Herald now being dropped. They're looking towards the mid lane tower potentially, only because Ignobius is closest to that tower. Orianna and Poppy there to potentially push this in, but it doesn't look like it did very much damage. Orianna didn't get any damage on that turret during the laning phase, it looked like.
Yeah, wow. Alright. So, a couple picks, signs of life coming out from D&D, but I really don't like the term tempo as applied to League of Legends, but that just kind of feels what's going on right now. But Dexler, he's trying to turn it around. He does get a nice stun on the King Meatloaf, and he keeps ahead of him, so he can only encore one direction. Great play from Dexler to help Ignobius pick up the kill and the shutdown on the King Meatloaf.
Yep, and DND starting to catch up right now. They're going to be able to grab this tower. Baron might be the next move. Dragon spawning in about 2 minutes. Hedo on the bot side of the map. They are 5-member strong. King Meatloaf not there, not having the TP, but they're going to decide to back off and play it safe for now. Looks like Rek'Sai on the bot side of this mid lane tower. Might look for something, but a lot of safety from the magical journey is going to be able to keep the members of D&D alive.
Yeah, picking up that tower and those picks onto Teto and Slappy and then following that King Yeetloaf, they've actually gotten themselves a gold lead. It's very, very slight, but they're, you know, they were ahead as I said that. Now they're about even. But
yeah, just 200 gold in favor of GSM. I think it's just because the members of D&D ended up resetting, so some farm went into the pockets of GSM, getting them those very small gold advantages. But like you said, D&D almost completely catching up in this game, playing very well from behind, able to capitalize on the mistakes from GSM, and maybe can convert that into a victory here.
Dexler trying to catch on the Shampoo Bracelet. Teto is here, but Fonzo's on the other side of the wall with no blast cone to get him on to the right side. Looking to try and potentially contest this dragon in about a minute. But the Scuttlecraft has been secured by the side of GSM. Dexler now looking for worse luck. He's going to go for the Tempered Fate. He sidesteps away from that one. Dexler's just happy to take the tower. The Keeper's Verdict coming in. Here's the Deadly Flirt, or the Depth Charge onto him. He's locked up under tower for so long, but the tower is now disabled. Ignopius going in for the ultimate onto Worstlock NA, but he's getting kited. He just doesn't have the damage. He's so far behind. Here's the Call to Lord God. They're going to look for the catch on the Jungler. Ignopius Blast Cones into the enemy wolves, but he will be out of there. Oh, the Prowler, or the Prey Seeker does connect, and now it's Deku gets Prowler's Clawed on. Teto gets the shutdown, and he's out of there. Dredge line onto Hayabusa's Hydra. Teto comes back in for the kill. Ignopius now caught on his way out. There's the Encore. He does catch him with the very tip of it, and Ignopius is going to slowly but surely go down. Teto picks up another kill.
Oh my goodness, GSM capitalizing on a dive from D&D that went awry. Now GSM going to turn their attention on the Baron. This should be a very easy one for them. Ignopius is down, Hayabusa Taichao is down, It's Deku is down. Only members Orion and Poppy not even trying to look to contest this Baron. 5 members strong, this Baron should be gone in no time, and GSM has broken the game wide open off of a big misstep from D&D.
Wow, wow, wow. D&D, I think Dexler tried to go for that dive onto Worstlock, thinking he was alone. Worstlock actually played that really well. He turned around to dodge away from the Tempered Fate. Although I'm not entirely sure whether the Tempered Fate would have been beneficial or not for him, because his team was on his way in, and Tempered Fate would have just kept him alive long enough for them to get there. But regardless, he sidestepped as much as he could, and by the time they were able to get in on him, the teleports were coming in. Dexler tried to back out, but Shampoo Bracelet just locked him up, and that tower, ramping damage, just slowly but surely destroyed him as he got focused on by the rest of GSM.
Yeah, and D&D now moving into this Cloud Dragon. GSM slowly backing off. They have the Baron minions to be able to kind of push these waves and force D&D to take this Dragon, but they may just give this one up. It looks like Kai'Sa's trying to rotate over. King Yeetloaf on the bot side does not yet have TP.
Not gonna ready to give this one up. The Temper Fate has been used. It's gonna go the way of D&D, but Teto is in there. He's going very low. Encore catches onto only the mid laner. Teto's very low. He's not gonna go down yet. He's out of the Dragon Pit now. The Curtain Call is the only chance. The Shockwave catches 2. Shampoo Bracelet very, very low. Dexter's gonna get him with the auto attack. Teto comes back in. A double kill over to Worstlock NA as they trade 1 for 2 so far. There we go. Worstlock NA does not have the killer instinct, so could not follow that if he wanted to. Deadly Flourish connects onto Teto, but it's all for naught, as now 4 members strong with the Baron buff are going to be pushing in on the mid lane.
Yeah, D&D able to pick up that Dragon, but the first move onto the mid lane tower goes to GSM.
It's connected. It's Deku gets hit by everything, but he's alive.
The Liandry's burn won't be enough to take him down, but it is enough to force him off of the tower for GSM to take that one. That Baron's starting to time out for them. GSM moving towards the top side. Maybe try to get the waves pushing, but it looks like GSM is going to have to back here, where Sloth really chunked, has no mana, probably just going to grab the Scuttle and head back. King Yeetloaf on the bot side with nobody to defend that tower. Tower down on the top side, tower almost down on the bot side. King Yeetloaf going to play this one safe and back off for now. And now that the Baron has almost timed out, GSM's going to have to play the waiting game to try to force the next fight.
Okay. After all said and done, it's now a 5,000 gold discrepancy between the two teams. And the gold is basically exactly where you want it on the side of GSM. Devils Never Die, they have a lot of gold focused on their top laner, but even his CS discrepancy that we were talking about earlier has diminished quite a bit. Slappy has gotten a lot of free time, admittedly somewhat greedily, as Dexler has been trying to help his team, but Slappy has declined to help in some of those situations. But his team is playing well enough, and Tedo has just found its deck through the Prowler's Claw into everything, and there's the flash. He's just going to follow it with the ultimate, and it's going to be a very matter-of-fact kill for Tedo.
Yeah, and Tedo makes this Prowler's Call Rek'Sai look so fun to play, as he just constantly dives onto the backline, getting these pretty much onto the Jhin with Hayabusa Taichao not able to peel. Now they're pushing in towards the bot side, 4 members of GSM grouping up, King Elof in the top side, going to get that solo lane farm and pushing in with that TP pressure. Now backing, might get the home guards in. Here comes Dexler though.
Tedo does get stunned up, just call the Forge God as they focus down the tower. Now Slappy gets in for a knockup onto Dexler. They're trying to keep him alive. Looks like he'll be okay for now. Slappy gonna get wall stun. Shampoo Bracelet trying to keep him out of there. The Tempered Fate comes in. Here comes Ignopius just zooming in there as Slappy's getting focused down. He's gonna try and run interference and run out the other side to keep his team alive, and it looks like he's gonna go down for it. I was just talking about him being greedy, but he gives his life for the cause. Shampoo Bracelet is gonna be out of there.
Yeah, and again, GSM slightly overstepping. They trade Slappy's life for the tower there. Might be worth, but it seems like GSM's in the position to be able to turn any fight around that they wish. About 5k, almost 6k gold ahead. They had the TP on King Yeatlofo as well. Could potentially turn that one around with the Encore, but they decide not to, just giving Slappy's life and giving a little bit of breathing room to DND.
Yeah, I think that was probably the correct play, just let Slappy die there, because even with King Yeatloaf potentially landing a big... Oh! He actually interrupted that E there, but Dexler, he's trying to chase on Nintendo. He gets the tunnel out anyway. He's gonna take as many tunnels as he can. Can he get out of there? The stopwatch is used, but he's gonna get locked up and shut down. The jungler dead, but it's a minute until any of the major objectives come up, so that's really not gonna cost them all that much other than that shutdown.
Yeah, DND staying alive in this game, but purely off of finding picks, purely off of punishing GSM's oversteps, but it's not enough to be able to get them fully back into this game. They're still playing from behind. They're not able to get any objectives off of these picks, but they're great picks nonetheless and giving some life to DND.
Yeah, the gold lead is smaller than it was last time we checked in, admittedly, but it's relatively low consolation. I'm concerned though that D&D is really forced into a bad spot. They want to play slow and safe so they can try and catch up in gold, but at the same time, I don't think that their comp outscales by any stretch of the word. So playing safe is also playing into the hands of GSM. It's just a really rough situation for D&D to find themselves in.
Yeah, but D&D finding success in these dragon fights before, maybe we'll find success again, rotating members in, but GSM now pushing out with all the vision that they can. It's completely warded up for GSM and almost completely blind for DND. This Cloud Dragon not started up quite yet. GSM grouping on the backside, trying to play into it rather
Slappy's just gonna start the fight off. Call the Forge God is used. Tempered Fate only catches on the Shampoo Bracelet. Were not able to follow up on the big knockup from Slappy. Keeper's Verdict has been used as well though, so a lot of teamfight tools now not available. Tempered Fate down, Keeper's Verdict, as well as Call the Forge God. The ball is so threatening, just sitting right there.
Yeah, a big zone potential from Bonzo here, now pushing the members of GSM out. Cloud Dragon has been started up. The root does not land onto Ignopius, but now they're looking
now
to
coming
engage.
forward. They've got a good amount of terrain for Slappy to knock people up on, and now D&D are getting forced out of the area, but Tedo might be on the wrong side. Ignopius gonna run him down with that Chem Tank. Tedo gonna get knocked away, but not into the wall. Healy, here we go. There's a double root coming out from King Yeatloaf. Ignopius jumps out of there. A great encore from King Ignopius. Or sorry, from King Yeatloaf, and that's just gonna be a huge team fight win for GSM. I'm so used to the word King being applied to Ignopius, so when I see King Yeatloaf, I automatically say that. But it's a 4-for-0, and the Dragon going the way of GSM. And
Absolutely.
Deku, what is he gonna do to try and stop this?
Yeah, he cannot at this point, but the bright side, the wave is not big enough for GSM to completely push in for the end. They're probably just going to grab this inhib and head over towards the Baron, but GSM just winning that fight propels the gold lead even further into the hands of GSM. King Yitlo completely turning that fight around, Teto potentially getting caught, but the double root into the Encore was just so beautifully orchestrated by King Yitlo on the Seraphine.
And you get everything. You get the Baron, you get the inhibitor, you get the dragon. If there was like a sliver of hope for D&D to turn around this game, it is now just cinders basically now for them after that play.
Yeah, and now GSM resetting on the map. We'll see where they choose to push their attack next. Slappy and King Yitlo both have TP. D&D just maybe going to try to find these picks that have been able to keep them in the game, but they just aren't able to find any success in these team fights. Now they're pushing out their vision line. Maybe this will be what helps them get the pick. But Dexler heading to the bot side, he's really far out here, considering where the line of vision is. Slappy and the rest of the members of GPSM kind of grouping up towards the mid, where the wave is already pushing. They're taking a long time to set up this Baron push right now. Not really completely coordinated, but the gold lead is such in their favor that it probably doesn't matter.
They really are trying to get this pick onto Teto. Wow, a good knockup to cancel out the auto attack, but Ignopius is going to be able to just auto him down with the help of Dex. Maybe he's going to try and use the tunnels as best he can to do this, and now he's got on a wild goose chase, which I don't think they can catch him on. He's going to flash away to safety for insurance anyway, and wow, a lot invested by D&D. I should point out, Teto is level 17, Ignopius having just hit level 14 in over the course of that chase. This is actually so crazy. Temper Fate gonna catch onto the 80 carry though. Here's the call of the Fort God to try and disengage the fight, and he's gonna interrupt the curtain call as well. Bonzo not able to find a good position for the ball for that shockwave.
Yeah, Teto as well as Ignopius and Dexler now joining the fight in the top side. The Canyon Minion barreling down on that inhibitor tower.
Yeah,
Tempered Fate has been used. Yeah,
Keeper's
double
Verdict.
Baron cannons. Look at that damage. But Keeper's Verdict going to buy them some time, knock those cannon minions away.
Alright,
Here they come.
Ignopius is really mad at Teto here, but I actually am not sure if he's gonna win this one. The Conqueror is coming out. He goes for the ultimate. Now he has to back away because Fonzo here with the command protect, but Slappy's here as well to back him up. Knockup comes through. Another one from Teto. He goes into his GA, but it's at the cost of Ignopius' life.
Now the rest of GSM pushing into the Nexus towers. The dredge line not going to land.
It's going to catch on to two. Dexler going very low, and it will be a knockup on the Hayabusa Taicho. The Shockwave catches two as Teto might finally go down. They do, but the Nexus tower has gone down as well. A Temper Fate under worse luck. They're going to flash away from this one. They call the Forge Gods back off cooldown. There's the throw. Hayabusa flashes away from it. They're looking to try and end this game. A double root onto Dexler. Jambu Bracelet flashes out, but that's the end of the game. GSM takes down D&D in week 1.
Yeah, it was not a clean game from neither team. And the ending gold lead does not reflect how close the game was, definitely in the beginning. But GSM, after winning a few major fights, were able to swing the gold lead in their favor and ultimately take down D&D for the first win of the GRLCS Spring 2021.
All right, so that is going to be GSM with a nice victory over D&D in week 1. We're going to take a short break before we get into the third game of the day, which is UCO versus PQ. We'll see you in just a few minutes. Internet, hello and welcome back to GRLCS Season 14, Week 1 Platinum-capped Darkin Conference stream. We just saw GSM in what was initially a very close game, but it just snowballed out of control, take down D&D for their first victory in GRLCS Season 14. We're going to hop right into our next game, which is going to be between UCO and PQ. So, without further ado, let's just jump into it. On the blue side, it is PQ with Ganks in the top lane on Set, Soul in the jungle on Udyr, Henny7 in the mid lane on Zoe, and in the bot lane, it's Aristotle and Uham on Jhin and Seraphine.
And on the red side, we have the UCO Broncos. In the top lane, we have OK Cattle Boys. In the jungle, we have Pai. And in the mid lane, we have Jazzman. In the bot lane, we have Hangut, Boy 2, and Plethora on support.
Alright, looking for the invade is PQ. They've snuck their way into this bush, and they're actually going to see all of UCO sneak down there. The double root is going to catch on to 3, and now they're going to flash forward for the face breaker. Pai runs away, he flashes away. OK Cattle Boys flashes over the Dragon Pit, so it's 2 flashes for 1 in favor of PQ to start off.
Yeah, it looks like UCO did just not check that mid bush right there. It seemed like they were going for the invade, and very wise from PQ to kind of 5-stack together in case of the invade. And they were actually able to capitalize on spotting out the members of UCO, but now 2 flashes down. Ultimately, no kills going over. Pretty lucky for UCO, all things considered, only losing their 2 flashes.
Yeah, honestly, if you're on red side, I don't think you ever invade through that avenue. You always go through bot if you're invading bot side on red side. So honestly, I think it was just not a great route to take for what they were trying to do on the side of UCO. And PQ sneaking their way into that mid brush, kind of reading the invade, but also potentially looking for an invade of their own. I think just a better start, and it rewards them with a net 1 flash.
Yes, net 1 flash. Echo not having flash is going to be kind of big for, you know, the members of PQ. He's not going to have as much, I guess, stickiness to be able to remain on the members. But Plethora kind of positioning himself for the game. For the
he's just going to grab onto Aristotle, but he didn't pull him into the trap, most importantly. So they actually trade back nicely.
Yeah, it seems as if the trap was placed right after the hook instead of before the hook, so that way the hook could be positioned between the trap and... I'm sorry, the trap could be positioned between the hook and the enemy champion, but Plethora kind of showing that he's not afraid to play aggressively in this lane. Here comes level 2.
Oh, the hook doesn't connect. There we go. Face breaker from Ganks on OK Cattle Boys. He's going to go for some good trades. There's the trap onto Aristotle, but an exhaust from Uham will keep him nice and safe. Aristotle looking for the 4-shot onto somebody, but he cannot find it.
Yeah, I'm really confused as to how Plethora is playing this lane. We saw him walk all the way around.
He's still going. Flash hook goes in onto him. A nice route from Uham goes in, but Aristotle is going to go down first blood to the ignite from Plethora. And that's the summoner spell advantage that they had. They burned the summoner exhaust earlier, and they go for another hook, and it will be first blood going over to UCO.
Yeah, this matchup is just so hard for Aristotle and Uham because you have to respect the Blitzcrank so much, and they're just not respecting the Blitzcrank right now. Playing as a Seraphine, you just don't have a lot of safety to kind of counter the Blitzcrank engage, and with the aggression that Plethora is playing with, it's just so difficult to even try to step up that far to CS. You really just have to play under tower.
And we're talking... Look at the CS discrepancy that's developing in that top lane. I wonder how much OK Cattle Boys will be able to pick up here, but it looks like they might just go for a dive onto him. The Malphite is actually really easy to dive, pre-6. Who's gonna start a dive? Usoul picks up tower aggro. There's the face breaker. It's gonna be OK Cattle Boys going down.
It seemed like a miscommunication there. It looked like they wanted Ganks to pick up the aggro, and then Soul just ran out of patience and started aggroing. It had to burn his flash instead of just using maybe the set shield from the W to tank the rest of that. But well played from PQ nonetheless. Forcing OK Cattle Boys to miss that huge wave is actually really massive as well. It's going to set him about 2 waves behind, and Cattles is going to be able to bully OK Cattle Boys even more because he only came back with boots.
Alright, trap has been triggered by Uham, but no grab to follow up on it. Ganks looking for the face breaker, but he doesn't find it. Slowed up by that seismic shard. Now, Huanggut and Plethora are going to be pushing onto that bot lane, as you would expect.
Yeah, now Pai headed back towards the bot side. I wonder how he kind of adapts his jungle route because of how far his top laner is playing behind. Is he going to try to save the matchup, or go towards the bot and counter gank here?
Soul. He's going. He's at about half HP. Can Yuham land the root? Nice sidestep from Plethora, but the Deadly Flourish is going to root him up anyway. He's going to go for the knockup. Pai is here, but so is Henny7. And it's going to be no kills so far.
Yeah, the hook just barely not landing on the Soul. That could have guaranteed the kill. But now UCO bot lane forced to kind of play a little bit safer. Oh my goodness, look at that damage from you. Okay, Cattle Boys trading onto ganks. He's just trading into the minion wave. I think that's where a lot of the damage is coming from. But ganks not bullying Malphite as hard as I anticipated, but still very, very far ahead in CS.
I'm actually rather surprised because OK Cattle Boys has gone for the Arcane Comet. I actually would expect the Malphite to have a fairly decent time in this lane, just poking him out with Qs like that. Look how much damage that does.
Yeah, but now
level 6, he's gonna go for the flash face breaker, going for the ultimate onto him. OK Cattle Boys flashes away himself, and he's gonna be able to run away with the help of that movement speed from the Seismic Shard. Flash and ultimate burned in exchange for the flash of OK Cattle Boys.
Yeah, and OK Cattle Boys still level 5, will have level 6 very soon. It looks like Pai is pathing up towards the top side of the map. Gank should probably back really soon after maybe crashing this wave into the tower, but that might be just enough time for Pai to path up towards the top side and influence his top lane matchup.
Man, Jasmine is also actually having quite an unhappy time against Henny7 in this mid lane. As Fizz, you really do have to try and play aggressive at your windows of power run. Power grab is going to land on the PQ Yuham. He's going to flash away immediately, looking for just the slow. Didn't have the double charge on that E. Will be just the flash from Yuham.
Yep, just the flash from Yuham, and look how far OK Cattle Boys has to play back from his tower because he knows that Soul's on the top side of the map. He doesn't have the vision to actually protect him from this gank. He's very lucky that Soul doesn't just expend the extra time to force him off the tower and push the matchup even further in favor of ganks. But gank's probably just looking the back here is why he didn't want to die. He hasn't gotten his first back yet. Gonna go back with 53 CS. Here's to see what he comes back with, what mythic he's going for. Maybe the Stride Breaker here,
I'd expect, but he's actually looking to potentially rush a Blade of the Rune King just for the matchup.
Yeah, and that's really common for top lane set who want to play for the side lanes because it's just such a great dueling item.
Blast Cone into the pit, and the Chum the Waters actually misses and goes straight down the middle. A nice double rip from Yuham, but he's gonna go down anyway. Jasmine picks up that kill with the Urchin Strike, and Soul is now running out the other direction as they have position on this dragon on the side of UCO.
Yeah, and UCO going to be able to pick up this dragon relatively easily after a nice pick onto Yuham, who didn't have flash, as we mentioned before. Now Blitzcrank kind of hovering over, trying to zone away Soul from the potential dragon steal, and also trying to push Henny7 back, making him play a little bit safer. Now, Yu-Gang's coming back with the Vamp Scepter and 2 daggers, isn't the strongest of combat stats, so won't be able to kind of just run down this Malphite yet, but after he completes that Blade of the Rune King, I fully expect this matchup to break open in favor of ganks.
Yeah, I think that was a little unfortunate. I think Yuham and Soul were trying to sneak the dragon by popping over with a Blast Cone, but they... Unfortunately for them, UCO was already on there, like in the area, so they kind of just get collapsed on, and Yuham pays with his life.
Yeah, now Jazzman still behind in this matchup has the Hextech Alternator, may be able to put out some damage, but really it's so hard for Fizz in this matchup because Zoe's going to be able to have the push priority onto you.
Yeah, but
looks like
Boys trying to sneak his way into this mid lane to get a kill for the Fizz. Here we go. Soul is going to get the move speed. He's going to get slowed up. There's a rocket grab. Plethora is just going to give his life for the cause. Maybe not. He's going to flash away. Gonna throw down the trap. He's going to flash forward for the bear slap onto Plethora. He's taking a lot of damage from the tower, though. Aristotle not able to finish the kill. He has to summon her heal because here comes Pai over the side. Yuham is now the focus. And they're going to back away. It looks like nobody will die once again.
Yeah, and Plethora able to get out of his life. I was really surprised that the Flash Bear Slap went on to Huang Goot Boy 2 instead of Plethora, who obviously didn't have Flash. They kind of greeded a little bit to try to get both kills and ultimately weren't able to get either kill. Now PQ being forced back by E, threatening the dive right now. Will they look for it?
I
The
don't
waste
think
can
they
get
have the
easily
damage
cleared out.
necessary to dive is the thing. So
Yeah,
I don't think
and
they're
with
gonna
no
go for
flash.
it. Okay, maybe they do
Oh.
now. When you step on a trap and take a headshot to the face, yeah, maybe now
that's
you
all
have
the
to back
damage
away
you
from
need,
this.
maybe. But now, okay, Cowboy's getting pushed in. Udyr on the top side of the map, maybe looking towards the Rift Herald. He knows that Pi bot side of the map can get a really nice clear in. Do you happen to know what patch this game is on? Is it 11.4 or 11.3?
I believe this game is on 11.4, so it is the most recent patch. Yes.
Yeah, it's interesting here, but now Soul gonna turn on to the Rift Herald. He can start that one up very easily. Doesn't look like Pai's in any position to contest this Rift Herald, and now on the bot lane, Scuttle trying to play towards this bot side of the map. When you have a Blitzcrank, you gotta play towards the Blitzcrank. Very easy gank setups, and with how aggressive Plethora is playing, he's gonna attract a lot of jungle attention as well, as we've seen before. Now, after this Rift Herald drops, I want to see where he decides to drop it. I believe the mid lane has taken a lot of damage, but here
The
comes...
waters has been used, but does not connect on the Henny 7. He does have an Everfrost active if he can use it to get away, but the Black Rocket Grab will connect. He's gonna go down slowly but surely to Ignite. A nice double gank from Pai as well as Plethora, but now they're gonna use the Blast Cone in the top lane. Okay, Cowboy zoned off of a very sizable wave on this tower as well as losing a ton of plates. Bear Slap is gonna come in onto him. Might have to Unstoppable Force, but no, not enough damage following through. First tower going the way of PQ.
Yep, and the Rift Herald gonna be able to charge in this next tower. Yeah, okay, Cowboy's not gonna have enough damage on the Seismic Shard to be able to take the Rift Herald down. But in the bot lane, meanwhile, another plate goes over to...
They're going for the dive between the towers. Not gonna find anything there. There's a teleport coming in from Henny 7 as well as OK Cowboys. Both of them. There's the encore onto one, and Pai is gonna go down before he can ult. The trap is gonna stop the follow from ganks, and there he's just gonna take a recall here.
Yeah, it looks like UCO wasn't all together on that one, having some members back off and then having Pai kind of...
Oh.
commit to that.
Okay. Sorry, Darren. I think we lost you for a second there, or maybe
Yeah.
we lost me. We didn't
Yes.
catch the tail end of what you said there.
Oh, here comes the grab, though. Not as important as his potential fight.
Oh, he's actually gonna go for the flash ultimate onto Plethora, but OK Cowboys is here. Unstoppable Force is available. He used it onto the already dead member. Aristotle gonna go down to Ace in the hole, and now Uham is gonna be in trouble. Double kill goes so far onto OK Cowboys. He's gonna go for the potential dive. Seismic Shard sidesteps away from that one. There's the Paddle Star, and the Sleepy Trouble Bubble is gonna be barely walked around.
Yeah, he's gonna make it out of his life walking around the Sleepy Trouble Bubble. Plethora going down finally for his first death of the game. Huang Goot Boy is he needs the back right now. Zoe has the damage to be able to punish him staying right here, as well as the dragon spawning right now. Might just go over the PQ because of this position of the AD carry for UCO.
I'm actually kind of surprised to see Jazzman going for that. I think it's called the Hextech Alternator. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yes.
For a long time, when the new mythic items were released, people were saying, "Oh, go Night Harvester because it's broken," and it was at the time. It did so much damage, and you just get all that damage onto everybody you hit, and so it was definitely good. Then it got nerfed, and everyone was like, "Okay, go Proto Belt because you get the burst damage, and you get a that move speed towards enemy champions whenever you dash towards them." Dragon going the way of PQ. Now they're actually going to go for the chase here. Sleeping Trouble Move connects onto Pai, but the parallel convergence comes in. He's going to get stunned up. He's going to go for the ultimate. Jazzman going into the back line, but he's going to get stunned up immediately by the Bear Slap. Here's the curtain call. Jazzman going down. PQ gangs gets the kill. Encore going to catch one thanks to the flash away. And now they're going very low. Plethora goes down. Soul still going for it. Flash Bear Slap onto Pai. Ace in the hole, not gonna finish him off. Malphite goes down somehow with the Paddle Star. And Pai barely makes that out alive. It's a 3-4-0, I think, in favor of PQ.
Yeah, PQ popping off right there, fighting in that corridor really worked out for them, having the Seraphine AoE, as well as being able to dodge away from the damage of Fizz. It didn't look like Jazzman had the mobility to get in, put out the damage, and get out. He's just a little far behind right now, only having Sword Shoes and Hextech Alternator, but he did just finish that blasting one. We were talking about the itemization of Fizz, potentially Night Harvester, potentially the Hextech Rocket Belt, but I think he might be going towards the Rift Maker.
I think Leandry's is best.
I think Leandry's is best here, but with his items, I think this might be Rift Maker, which did just get changed, I believe. It now is kind of that tankier item that Rod of Ages used to fulfill that, I guess, that role for these AP mages that wanted to be a little bit tankier whenever they go in.
I don't know if I like the idea of that, though. I don't think you want to be that tanky as Fizz when you're going for this electrocute build. I think the Leandry's you don't think it's very good because, like, not you specifically, but like you might not think it's very good because like a lot of the damage on that item is loaded into the burn, which is damage over time. But the burn is actually quite good, and more importantly, it gives you ability haste on as your mythic passive, which is really quite powerful on Fizz.
Yeah, and it makes a lot of sense to get the Leandries, and you don't really want to be that tanky like you said. Fizz, especially with this Electrocute Bird, kind of just wants to, this Electrocute build wants to just go in and go out, but with the tankiness, he's trying to survive.
He's gonna get the slow off. There's the curtain called. Encore's gonna catch two, but the unstoppable force in the backside. Now Soul is getting focused down and peeled off. He's ignited. He's gonna get the ace in the hole. Blocked by Aristotle. Battlestar does a huge chunk of damage on the Cowboys, but nobody's gone down yet.
And now the mid lane being pushed in for PQ, going to be easily received by UCO, and no kills going down that fight is very surprising. But Blitzcrank still walking around looking for the potential pick, but all of his team is starting to back off. A really excellent unstoppable force prevented anybody from going down on the side of UCO.
Alright, PQ now 4 strong are going to shove in onto this mid lane, and it looks like there's not enough of a response on the side of UCO to stop this one from going down. The Sleepy Trouble Bubble actually thrown out there. I think he connected onto somebody, but he wasn't looking for the kill. He was looking for the zone. He will get the tower.
And with so many members backing of UCO, it's very easy for PQ to take that tower. Nice double root into another root, but Rift Herald has been started up. I expect to see a fight right here. Drowsy comes out. Rift Herald going low.
Okay, not gonna get the chance there. Smite it away.
Very, very anticlimactic there as UCO kind of just gave away the Rift Herald. I guess they don't feel like they're in a position to fight, and they are kind of right. They're about 5k gold behind if they were to fight that and lose
not only
that.
But they also were down the unstoppable force. They didn't have that if that fight broke out right then. So a lot of their, actually basically their entire engage tool is down.
Yeah, it was just the Hextech rocket grab and PQ very wisely positioning just far enough away for Blitzcrank not to be able to influence anything in that fight. But Plethora having flash up soon, I expect him to be the playmaker for UCO as they need somebody to make these picks for them to catch up.
So he has actually gone for the Night Harvester, which also has, if I'm not mistaken, ability haste as its mythic passive. Yeah.
Yes.
But I don't know. I think that item after it got nerfed is just not as good as before, and I think that the Leandry's just kind of edges it out a little bit in terms of the value on this champion.
Yeah,
it is more burst, admittedly.
Yes, it is more burst, and that is what we were talking about, going with the Electrocute Fizz. He kind of just wants to burst and get out, but there's just so much peel on the side of PQ, it looks like, to be able to stop this.
We're going to get Bear Slap, Deadly Flourish is going to root him in place, so Rocket Grab is good. There's the Encore onto only one. Plethora is going to be the pay the price. Okay, Cowboys goes in with the unstoppable force, but gets exhausted immediately. Ham is still alive, and now Soul is just wreaking havoc. Okay, Cowboys goes down. There's the ultimate as Pai goes down with that, having already used his ultimate. Flash! Or the face breaker. He's gonna get 2 shots, 3 shots, and the kill with the ultimate. The haymaker from Ganks is gonna be 4 for 0 in favor of PQ.
What looked like solely a pick on the Plethora turned out into a full-fledged fight that went fully in favor of PQ, who's now going to pick up this dragon, second one of the game. But it just seems like they are very easily forcing their lead right here. Plethora might have found a pick for himself, though.
Jasmine has to flash
Oh.
away, and now Plethora is just gonna die! Wow, this set is so powerful!
Yeah, this just looks so bad for UCO, not having enough damage to potentially pick off that set, but it was just Jazzman, it was just Plethora, so not having enough damage might be correct there for playing against a very fed set.
Pai going
now,
in, he's gonna get the flash out of Henny 7, and now Pai is gonna go down, he has no ultimate, Henny 7 gets an easy one!
I am baffled that he did not have ult. I fully expected the ult from Echo there because he just went so deep.
Yeah,
he
normally
tried
you
so
just
hard
don't
for
do
that.
that if you don't have ult.
Yes, so very strange play here from Pai. Maybe just a little bit tilted as his team is just so far behind, about 9k, almost 10k behind, but still Plethora running around, trying to make picks, trying to get his team back in the game. They see Soul potentially on the top side with Malphite there, but doesn't look like they want anything for that. They need to farm, they need to try to get back into this. A PQ just rolling over UCO right now.
Yeah, and OK Cowboys doesn't have enough ability hasten his build right now, but Aristotle might be the focus. Rocket Grab dodged by the Gale Force.
Yeah, Gale Force is just so nice for ADCs to be able to build, to just have that extra mobility. And normally there, Aristotle will just have to burn the flash, but this time he was confident because he had the Gale Force. He only has to burn something on about, I think it's a 45-second cooldown now.
Yeah. Significantly less impactful than losing your flash. Now, Gut is now going to get chased down by Soul, who's got a lot of movements. He flashes for the slow. He's going to look for it. The Encore catches both of them. The curtain call comes out. He's going to unstoppable force to cancel that one out. The Chum the Waters onto Soul. He's running away. Cowboys has to flash out to safety. But get caught by the sleeping trouble bubble, and Ganks is teleported in. And he goes unstoppable. Just kill secure with the auto attack. Now Gut is now in a bad spot. Parallel convergence being channeled. He pulls in the haymaker. He ults him, and he gets the kill with the explosion. And now he's out of there. Finally goes shut down. Plethora gets the kill. That's a very unfortunate recipient of that shutdown, but it's a 1-4-2.
Yeah, and UCO trying to do what they can to stay in this game. A small overstep from PQ. They're able to punish. Sleepy Trouble level comes out, but does not connect. They're still pushing in and pressuring this tower, but no wave for now means that the pressure is alleviated until Gut comes back up. And Unstoppable Force won't be there for this next fight, but it is a very low cooldown. He's going to be able to potentially influence
Triple
here.
bubble. Now Plethora is actually cut off a little bit here, but they don't want to hard commit onto him. He actually walks into the bubble. He overestimated how much time it took for it to go. Plethora has to flash away from the root. Sleepy Trouble Bubble is going to connect. Now Plethora needs to get blocked up for Jasmine, but he takes a huge chunk of damage for it.
Now the mid lane tower falling for UCO. They're being pushed back to their inhibitor after a great pick on the Pai. Just, I get, like you said, you just underestimated the time that the Sleepy Trouble Bubble took to, I guess, deactivate. But now the Baron being turned onto by PQ. They're looking to close this game out somewhat cleanly. They've given over a little bit to UCO, a little bit more than they had to, but still they're in full control of this game. A 10k gold lead, pushing everybody on UCO back to their inhibitor towers. Finally, they get to come out for a little bit of vision, a little bit of breathing room as the members of PQ reset.
And I think this game is very, I think it's pretty indicative of what happens when you fall behind. When you fall behind, your team kind of feels this pressure to group up so that you don't get picked off. But when you group up, you're not allocating farm, and you're seeing just huge CS discrepancies open up between mid and bot as Henny 7 and Ganks are kind of free to do whatever they want. And so they get to side lane and farm lanes independently of one another, whereas OK Cowboys and Jasmine, they've been trying to rotate to every fight, and they just have fallen behind as a result, losing that CS to the tower, to other minions, whatever have you.
The Baron has been started up by here by PQ, has been spotted out by the members of UCO. Excellent ward over the wall.
Onto the Malphite. Plethora looking for something. Deadly Flourish is going to keep him in place as Hwang Gut takes a big
He
chunk of
just
damage.
now got here too. He might be able to look for the steal right here.
Yeah, Ace in the Hole is going to be used. There we go. Unstoppable Force is in there, but he gets on-court immediately. It's going very low. It's stolen! UCO gets the Baron, but they lost their top laner for it. It's now a 5v4 on the map. Can they get out? They get 4 Baron buffs for only their top laner's life, and I think they're pretty happy with that overall, but only if they are able to stall this one out.
Yeah, another dragon going into the hands of PQ after losing that Baron to the Malphite of all people. I don't think Pai smited at all. During that exchange, he kind of just went in, took the ultimate from Set, and wasn't able to do much other than just get in there and play distraction for OK Cowboys to make that Baron steal.
Yeah, I think he got that, either he got that with his E or with an auto attack. But whatever the case may be, very unfortunate for PQ to let that Baron go the way of UCO. It potentially stalls this game out quite a bit longer than they would have liked it to.
But now PQ pushing in the mid lane without the Baron buff won't be very effective at all. They're sending Set to split push in the side lane as well. Nobody can really match against him right here, just wave clear, which is what they are doing. And it looks like UCO is going to be able to stall this game for quite a while.
That bubble was actually so close to connecting on the Hwang Gut boy. With the Set, with a Stride Breaker and a Blade of the Ruin King with his recall, he's probably going to pick up that Sterix, I have to assume. That is what that item builds out of, right?
Yeah, I would have to assume it's the Sterix. Yes.
Alright, but actually they've given a priority on this mid lane, just kind of randomly walking into the red side area to clear out vision. So they're actually, with the Baron buff, they're losing 2 towers here as Ganks is in the area trying to stop it, but wow, they just gave up a lot. UCL potentially looking for the comeback here, thinking trouble. He actually hits it! Pai is gonna go to sleep. Is he gonna be able to follow it up? No, they're blocking, and they get their jungler out of there. Again, stepping into that bubble, not what you want to do against the Zoe.
I can't believe that the Baron push actually worked for UCO here. Ooh, a nice Sleepy Trouble bubble.
Onto Plethora this time, doesn't connect it onto anybody.
Yeah, it looks like since the members of UC are grouping up, they're not able to make this full-on engage from the side of PQ. They don't really have these great engage options other than the Encore, I would say. Everybody else kind of just has to run at them, and it seems like they are going to be able to get out on the side of UCO. But now Plethora pushing in. They are just going to look for picks. I think they saw Udyr on the bot side on the Krugs here. They're looking for him right now.
Yeah, they know he's there. He's going to get jumped on here, but it's a 2-level discrepancy, and this is an Udyr, but the rocket grab is good! He's going to try and lock him up. He's going to flash over the wall, and it's going to be him getting out to safety. They're going to try and pick up this low-hanging fruit in the form of this bot lane tower.
Yep, and now UCO able to group up, able to get a surprising amount right now off of this Baron push. The Baron just now timing out. They're going to be able to grab this bot lane tower here. So this Baron ended up getting them a net 3 towers, which is really good for their position in the game, just playing so far from behind. Now Soul going to be forced back for now. It looks like Plethora and Pai going to move into the top side of the map. There's a big wave crashing that top lane tower. Ginks is kind of hovering, but I don't think he's going to commit to grabbing that tower in fear of the members of UCO. But so much of the jungle of UCO is just being taken right now, both by Soul and Eric Stottle just took the Raptors on the top side. UCO just getting starved out right now. You can see there's a 60 CS discrepancy in the jungle, almost 100 CS. We'll just say 80. I don't want to get too ahead of myself saying that Ganks is gonna flame Horizon OK Cowboys this game, but it could happen. It could happen.
I definitely think it's possible, and in fact probable, the way that UCO are playing this game. They have been very hesitant to break up this 4 or 5 man death ball that they've been wandering around with. I think Jasmine being in the top lane right now is rather novel in this particular game.
Yes, it is extremely novel.
Oh. Actually, very hot here is going to be the ace in the hole. Henny 7's going to flash away. Flash rocket grab! Oh, that was a great cancel, but I don't think it matters. Ignite and the shutdown going over to Pai.
Yeah, PQ playing this game very sloppily for the gold lead that they have, giving a lot over the UCO. First the Baron, next 3 towers, and then some picks over to UCO. And don't get me wrong, Plethora is playing pretty well. He's able to find a lot of these rocket grabs, and his team's able to find a lot of, big things off of it. Now they're pushing off the mid lane tower. Plethero's going to spot out Yuhan.
Yeah, he's gonna look for it. Is Yuhan gonna be able to dodge away from this one? The rocket grab, but Soul is onto Pai in the backside. They're gonna try and focus it down, but the double encore is gonna be good. He's gonna use the ultimate to back away here as Ganks continues to push in on the mid lane, but Huang Gut has actually already taken this inhib tower. A good 2-man unstoppable force. Soul, now rocket grab is gonna connect onto Yuham. Yuham goes down. Okay, Cowboys is just playing zone. He's a big tanky boy, but inhibitors are being lost by both teams here. Mid lane inhibitor goes down in favor of UCO, but they're losing the one in the top lane. Soul is trying to stop them from recalling. There's the Sleepy Trouble Bubble being thrown out, not going to connect, and Ganks will equalize the inhibitor count as Jazzman is unable to stop him.
The equal
Soul continue the chase. There's a lot of damage from that trap. Sleepy Trouble Bubble connects on the Pai, who does not have the ultimate. Okay, Cowboy's trying to stop any damage. He does block the deadly flourish. A teleport for the flank from Ganks is coming in, and Soul is here to back him up. Are they going to go for this one? They know there's no unstoppable force, but Ganks is already pretty low. Goes to the ultimate. Shutdown goes over as the flash headshot comes in. Ganks with a haymaker. The parallel convergence comes out. They're gonna try and stop this one. Huang Gut running forward and trying to play zone as Jazzman is coming to join the team for the Dragon. This is Soul and PQ, get it.
Yeah, and PQ's gonna try so hard to get this one, but Soul is not there to be able to make the smite
trying
steal.
to just keep Ganks out of the fight. He's willing to give his life because he knows that there's a better chance of them getting the Dragon, but it actually goes the way of PQ. PQ stole it with a paddle star.
No. That is
the
an
Waters
incredible
trying to
steal from
disengage.
XIV, and now they're trying to capitalize. Chum the Waters comes out, and they're able to get away from this one. 2 inhibitors down of UCO forces them to go back to their base, but the steal from Henny 7 nets them the Ocean Soul.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, Pai was the member dead, and even had he not been, Soul is 2 levels up on the Udyr. The smite steal was bound to happen, but it wasn't even a smite steal. It was the paddle star that gets the Dragon at the end of the day, and that's Soul for PQ.
Yeah, now PQ gonna turn their attention over to the Baron. This may be the final fight of the game. I don't think that UCO is going to be able to withstand a Baron push, but they're moving in. Pai not in a position to steal. They're moving in with the Blitzcrank. They are aware that is happening right now. Baron about half
Or the
HP.
Sleepy Trouble connected under the Blitzcrank. He puts a ward down just to get the teleport in for Cattle Boys. Ganks is running interference. He's gonna get a good pull in with the base breaker, but he's gonna get focused down. Encore connects, and it does kill off Plethora. The Baron is so low, and they still have the unstoppable force if they want to go in here. Pai is in there, ready to go in. Unstoppable force, it's secured by PQ, and now they're going very low. He's rooted in place. Pai cannot get out with the Chrono Break. Soul chasing down Jazzman, the Bear Slap, and he's just gonna solo him out. Cowboys in the middle of the pit, just getting slowly but surely taken down by the bot lane of PQ. And the 4th shot should be enough. No, the 3rd shot rather, and it will be the. No, Huang Gut is still in the
Not
base.
the ace,
Huang
yeah,
Gut is
Huang
trying to
Gut was
stop
the one
this
who got away, but he's not going to be able to defend.
No, it's over. PQ, Henny 7 teleports in. He actually lands the Sleepy Trouble Bubble. Battlestar doesn't connect, but Soul is just going to undo him to death. Rocket Grab pulls him into the base. And now it's going to be a lot of members just randomly dead on the side of PQ, but regardless, they're going to finish this game. Joy strong as they focus on the Nexus, but after they get Blitzcrank, of course, they finish the game and pick up Week 1 victory.
An incredible game between PQ and UCO, a Baron steal, an Ocean Soul steal. This was one to watch for sure, but at the end of the day, PQ comes out on top. They had the gold lead for so much of the game, but their sloppy play caused this one to go over the 33 minutes almost. But UCO, great job then, showing signs of life despite being so far down, and they are going to just get better from here. I would like to see how well UCO does for the rest of the split.
Yeah, that was probably the most we had some pretty close games like the last one, but this was probably the most back and forth, I'd have to say. In any case, we're going to take a short break before we get into our final game of the day, which will be between Death Cards and Return of Bingo Squad. We'll see you in just a few minutes. Thanks for watching, everybody. Internet, hello and welcome back to our stream of GRLCS Season 14 Week 1. This is the Platinum Cap Darkin Conference stream, and we're about to see our final game of the day, which is between Death Cards and Return of Bingo Squad. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. On the blue side, it is the Death Cards with Mahar in the top lane on Garen. In the jungle, it's Matsi on Udyr, Banana, Uyu on Yone in the mid lane, XIV and Mirth on Draven Blitzcrank in the bottom lane.
And on the red side, we have Return of the Bingo Squad. In the top lane, we have Jack Loves Lamp on Cho'Gath, Pikle in the jungle on Hecarim, Oath in the mid lane on Ahri, Callista and Thresh being piloted by Kirasuda, and Bad Cop 74.
Yeah, he's playing his namesake champion, both teams going for the invade.
Yeah, but on opposite sides, they're not going to spot each other for a long time.
Ships in the night.
It doesn't appear that Return of the Bingo Squad is going for an invade in the first place. They were just protecting as a 5-stack against the potential Blitzcrank invade.
They are going for the invade now. They 100% don't know what happened on the top side because there's no wards over there. But pretty nice. You're gonna see the Yone now. And I think they know now because they didn't see anybody there and they saw the Yone coming in from that side. I think they know that that red buff is warded.
Yeah, and Pikle is going to start the bot side as a result. But let's talk a little bit about the compositions here. It looks like Death Card's composition is, well, it's full AD. We'll start with that. There's no AP damage on the side of Death Cards, and there's only the one big tank from Return of the Bingo Squad. So it shouldn't matter too much, but it is still something to note.
You have like a minor amount of magic damage coming out from the Yone. And like ever so slight amount of magic damage coming out from whatever Udyr items he's building most of the time. But pretty AD heavy, so Jack Loves Lamp and Pikle gonna try and itemize a little bit of armor. It'll be very efficient in this game. Yeah, and we can talk a little bit about this. I think this bot lane matchup is going to be the most viable. So Kirasuda playing his namesake champion, like you said, he's going to be able to dodge away from a lot of these blitzcrank cooks. I feel like it's a very effective pick into this blitzcrank. But here comes Thresh. Bad Cop actually flashing away, but he's gonna land the death sentence and he's gonna go back in. XIV is ignited. Flash forward for Karista. He's gonna get first blood at the cost of his own life. It's a 1-for-1, but first blood going over to the AD carry of Return of Bingo Squad.
Incredibly worth it for Return of the Bingo Squad because Kirasuda is going to be the one who gets that gold. They're going to kind of crash the wave. Unfortunately, it was a cannon wave, so he's not going to be able to crash that wave. But Mirth was the one who picked up the kill for Death Cards. So gold going on to the right person for Return of the Bingo Squad, as well as it being first blood gold. Definitely worth in my book.
Yeah, and more importantly, you don't give over. Of course, it's not going to be a lot because it's so early in the game. Oh, rocket grab on the Bad Cop, and remember, he has no flash. He burned it earlier. He's going to throw down a shield onto himself with a Dark Passage. They're going to continue this chase. Potentially, Death Sentence almost catches as XIV backs away.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what Bad Cop was doing there, playing so far up on the wave. And now Kirasuda is there to protect his support. Bad Cop may back soon, but neither support really looking back right now. A big wave being crashed into the bot lane tower of Death Cards means that XIV is going to be able to catch up quite a bit. I think after this wave, he's going to come out slightly ahead in CS over Kirasuda, who had the wave in an unfortunate spot for him to be able to catch up.
Yeah, okay. The Rapture is not going to land, but he's going to get the silence off. He's going to Pikle, comes in, barreling in onto Mahar, but he has no flash to follow the flash from Mahar, so it'll be a Ghost 4 flash. A Charm lands from Oath. He's going to get the Electrocute proc, but not pull him into tower range. And now Banana Oyo going in for an aggressive trade with that E, looking to do as much damage as he can before it pops back. An Oath out of mana is going to be at a significant disadvantage in this lane.
Yeah, so let's talk about the significance of that top lane gank right there. Flash obviously burned from Mahar. And Jack Loves Lamp going to be able to bully Mahar a little bit. Mahar just doesn't have the sustain to be able to stay in this lane, and he actually took Ignite as well, meaning that he's not going to be able to get a free TP back to lane and kind of remove any bad things that would happen from that gank. So now he's going to be 14 tower, probably fall a little bit behind CS.
Trying to make something happen on the other side of the map. Good play from Bad Cop, but there's the stand aside. They're going to go for the Dredge Line is going to connect onto Matzi, but doesn't pull him into tower range. He's actually flashing away here as Karista going for the Ren, going to get it the slow up, and Peakley is going to hand over the kill on XIV over to his AD.
Yeah, Peakley coming at the right place at the right time, being able to counter gank for his team. Gets Karasuda another kill, now 2-1-0, 150 gold bounty. And the wave is in a pretty good spot for him too. So he could just back here, but it looks like they're choosing to push out this wave, meaning that a pretty nice wave will go towards the way of XIV.
Yeah, there is a CS discrepancy starting to open up between these junglers, which is not what you want to see. Of course, it almost is an inevitability when you're playing against Udyr that he's going to just slowly outfarm you, but it's actually quite a significant at this point in the game for Matzi to be up 3 camps. GRLCS teleports back into lane to try and continue to pressure Mahar out.
Yes, and this Udyr Hecarim matchup is pretty hard for Hecarim, considering the fact that Hecarim has been ganking so much with these 2 significant ganks on the map. He's going to start to fall behind, like we said.
Oh, but pretty low
potential solo kill.
Oh,
yeah.
He does land the rupture. Is he going to get it? Gets the shield. GRLCS go! Solo kill in the top lane.
The return of GRLCS in the top lane, his first game back as a top laner,
charm,
and
as
now
the death sentence doesn't connect, and he's gonna pop back anyway.
GRLCS getting the solo kill, just cementing his status as a top lane goat in the GRLCS.
Yeah, and no less with the teleport versus Ignite, that gank from Peakley really making an impact there as Oath. He's gonna flash away from the ultimate. He's ignited Banana. Oyo is gonna burn, and it's a solo kill in the mid lane. Return of Bingo Squad with the solo lanes.
Yeah, return of the Bingo Squad getting 2 solo kills, just showing how good they are against depth cards in their first game of the split. Now Dragon going to be started up by return of the Bingo Squad after that solo kill by Oath. Now Oath rotating over. He could back here. He knows Udyr's in the area. They're going to try to zone him away a little bit. I think they know that Matzi has the higher smite level. They don't want to risk a potential steal, so having multiple members is the way to go for return of the Bingo Squad.
Okay, and Peakley is actually getting pretty low here, so they just gotta finish it quickly. There we go, the smite comes down, and Dragon will go the way of Return of Bingo Squad, so a really nice 1,000 gold lead so far right at this point.
And now we see Matzi coming on the
Nice
bottom.
side step from Karista.
Here
The
comes
play backwards, there's the stand aside. Karista is gonna go down. Oh, but the Matzi picked up the kill. I think you really wanted to get that onto XIV if possible.
I think if anybody's going to carry this game, it's going to be Matzi getting that jungle advantage right now, just trying to outfarm the Hecarim. I feel like this is a game that he can kind of play PvE and just slowly come out ahead of the Hecarim, trusting his team to not just die to these
Hecarim has
Hecarim
the
games,
feast of him!
right? That's 2 solo kills for Jack Loves Lamp. That is incredible as Cho'Gath in the Garen.
Oh my gosh, he's just... Mahar constantly going for the aggressive Q in the E onto the Cho'Gath, but Jack is, and I think a lot of top laners would like see that and be like, well, I guess I lost this trade. But GRLCS, he just, you know, takes it as it comes, just continues to auto onto him. He gets the slow with his Vorpal spikes, and once he gets lows, once they both top laners actually have this thing that they want to get them low enough and press R. But GRLCS hits that threshold first and just feasts onto Mahar. Even with the Ignite disadvantage, is just stomping this top lane.
Yeah, and he comes out ahead after getting this Bramble Vest as well. Nice charm. A lot of good damage on the Banana Uyu, and now Hecarim hovering over as well. Yeah, he was trying to look for the solo kill again. Return of Bingo Squad is playing very aggressive in terms of these solo lanes, getting first solo lane top, but solo kill top. But Matzi now headed up towards the top side of the map. GRLCS doesn't have flash.
Yeah, okay, he's gonna go very low here. He's gonna get the double rupture, but it doesn't matter. There it is. The Ignite plus the Judgment will be enough to... Actually, I think Judgment is the spin. What's the name of his ultimate? Demacian Justice. Oh, that's a charm onto him, and he's low, very low. Oh, the max range rocket grab, but he gets pulled back in. He actually throws him back out with the Fate's Call. XIV flashes away from the box. Now Bad Cop is going more aggressive onto Mirth. He gets the Summoner heal out as the Ren was not enough to finish off the kill.
Very, very interesting stuff. Oaf might find the solo kill right here. Banana Uyu in a bad spot. Push forward. Here comes
He has to
Matzy.
come back, but Matsy's going to try and cover his escape. The charm from Oath lands onto Matsy as he's going to try and bait this one out as Peaklay's coming in. The Onslaught of Shadows doesn't connect, so that's a lot of damage lost and the no CC from the Fear. Now Matsy's probably just going to be able to walk his way out of this one. Unless he baits it! Peaklay gets caught by the ultimate! The charm will mean the kill back in favor of Oath, and he gets the double buffs.
That is absolutely incredible. The Onslaught of Shadows not hitting is so unfortunate. It's just such a long cooldown in the early game too. He's going to have to wait a very long time for that one. Meanwhile, Matsy's going to be able to head up towards the top side, eventually looking for another gank onto Jack Love's Lamp here, but the Rift Herald might be on the target as well. He's waiting in the Tri-Brush though. Jack Love's Lamp still doesn't have Flash. If he gets ganked again, this is just going to be so bad for Jack Love's Lamp.
Yeah. Alright, no, he's definitely pushed out far enough, and now there's the silence. He's going to try and back out of this one. The Rupture not going to connect, and that is Jack Love's Lamp 100% going down, slowly but surely. He still has no flash, and that's going to be another kill for Mahar.
Yep, Mahar using his jungler to be able to catch up in this matchup. Here comes Mert.
Just to thin out the wave as the Rocket Grab is going to be traded with the Death Sentence. Summoner Heal comes out as Bad Cop going very low. Mirth is just barely alive after the Rend. Very unfortunate for the side of Return of Bingo Squad.
Yeah, and Death Card's now slowly catching up in this game after some great mechanical prowess
Nice
from
charm
Return of
from
Bingo
Oath, and he
Squad.
does have the double buffs just continuing to auto onto him with the red buff.
Oh my, this is not looking great for Banana Uyu. He's just taking so much damage from Oath all the time. Anytime he gets hit by a charm, he's just immediately chunked, and he has to try to step up to that wave to CS. Matsy is going to be the one that we need to watch in this game to see where the plays are going to happen for Death Cards.
Yeah, I think most of what's happened in this game has just been off the back of Matsy ganking mid or ganking top lane. Even one gank bot lane I think he got off too. Banana Uyu is actually doing fairly well as far as farming goes in what seems to be a really rough matchup for him.
Yeah, they're now Dragon on the eyes of Return of Bingo Squad. 5 seconds on that one. They're clearing out some vision. Peaklay is going to start it right away. Matsy's in the area, though. He's one level up on Peaklay. Will be able to easily get the steal. But he's going to move into bot side. Instead, he has the Rift Herald. They might just try to force the bot lane tower here. They're going to drop the Rift Herald right now and move into the tower. The platings are going to go over here. And, well, it looks like Return Bingo Squad is rotating over.
Yeah, Bad Cop looking for a Death Sentence. Is going to go straight down the middle. Nicely sidestepped by Matsy and XIV. As the Onslaught of Shadows. Oh, nice. A Rocket Grab pulls him into tower range. And Peaklay going very low. He's going to get shut down as XIV picks up the kill. Now Oath is now here. He's trying to get a charm. Does connect it onto Matsy. A Death Sentence to follow. And they're going to take down the Udyr. Maybe flashes away, gets the phase rush. Auto attack isn't enough. He gets the shield from the turtle stance and he's out of there.
Oh my goodness, Matsy makes it out alive after it looked just so bad for him. The flash auto from Oak was not enough. Meanwhile, a lot of turret planes go over to both Matsy and XIV after the Rift Trail drop. But here comes Banana Uyu.
Oath is in trouble. Looking for the Rocket Grab is just a matter of time. Banana Uyu is going to pick up that kill, but Jackal's Lamp is teleported in here, trying to see if he can get enough damage off, but Banana Uyu is able to get the knock-up dash back towards his tower.
And Oath, they knew that Oath didn't have flash because of his attempt to secure the kill on the Matsy, so it was a very easy force onto Oath right there. Banana Uyu just having to hit the ultimate and then the easy follow-up from Earth.
Oh man, Jackal's name going to be found here, and he needs to get out of there because of the potential collapse from both mid and top lane. Here comes Banana Uyu now. He does have his ultimate and his flash, and now Jackal's Lamp is in a really bad spot. Flashing away from the ultimate, he will be able to make it out alive.
But in trading his life, he's going to lose that top lane tower. It looks like Mahar got all of the turret platings up there before the tower dropped, and another tower dropping right before 14 minutes, which means they got all of the things from 2 whole turrets. That's incredibly significant, and you can just see that reflected in the gold lead for Death Guards.
Yeah, wow. Alright, XIV and Mirth going to try and clear out some vision in the dragon area. Now Oath looking for a potential pick. Rocket Grab is going to connect. The charm does not, and that means the Oath is in a really bad spot. He's going to take the lantern out as Peaklay coming in to try and get onto XIV. The Gale Force gets him back towards his tower. Looking for more. Banana Uyu doesn't have ultimate, but he is here and is a damage threat. Now Matsy going to look for a bear slap. He's going to be able to find one. Now Carnista's a little bit by himself. Flashes over the wall. Nobody's gonna die just yet. The rocket grab just short. Oh wait, Mahar found P-Clay. He was just skulking around. P-Clay trying to run. The Demacian Justice rains down. There's the Death Sentence connecting. He pulls him and plays him into the tower. Matsy going very low, but he's gonna flash rocket grab, and now Oath has the Spirit Rush still. Now he's gonna go back in looking for some more damage with the Orb of Deception. Charm connects, and that's gonna be another kill on Axified as Karista picks up that one back for Return of Bingo Squad.
Return of Bingo Squad coming back big, getting a pick onto Axified, now being able to push in this mid lane tower. Banana Uyu going to be the only one who can really defend. He's not going to have enough wave clear to threaten. Here comes the ultimate. Nope, not the ultimate. Just the knock up right there. But yeah, they're going to be able to force off the members of Return of Bingo Squad here. Things are going to slow down for a little bit. Members are going to be able to reset here. No major objectives for about 2 minutes as well. But look at Bad Cop trying to threaten a potential red buff steal.
Oh, Karista, they really timed that onto the Yone there. They used the Fate's Call to try and get a pick off onto him, but he was able to just dash back and get himself to safety, so a little bit invested there. Now Mahar looking for Jackal Flame, he fancies some changes. The Stride Breaker comes out for the slow, and they're just gonna walk away with the help of that Rupture.
Yeah, meanwhile, in the top side, a big wave gonna crash into Mahar, who can actually just freeze this wave. There's not much that he needs to do right now to help his team. Dragon coming up in a minute. They have to try to contest this one, actually, because it is the third one. Could threaten the potential soul for Return of Bingo Squad. So Mahar opting to just push out for Vision instead, kind of threaten this. Jackalov's Lamp does not have TP, so neither top laner will be there for the Dragon setup.
Yeah, so this Dragon, should it be acquired by Return of Bingo Squad, will be their third. It puts them at Soul Point. Matsy is actually 2 levels up now on P-Clay, who actually has caught up a lot in terms of farm, but fights have not been going his way, hasn't been able to participate. Rupture not going to connect onto Mahar, but Jackal's Lamp just trading nice and evenly as it tries to contest the Krugs. It's actually starting to do a lot of damage with those Vorpal Spikes. Now here we go, the Fox has been used and Bad Cop has to flash away as well. So a lot used already by the side of Return of Bingo Squad. The Destin's going to connect onto the Blitzcrank. Mirth is going to be using the Locket here. P-Clay going to chase him down. He actually, his E times out. And they're not able to get the pushback. Mirth is going very low. Rocket Grab connects onto Karista. And now Banana Uyu goes aggressive, but doesn't have his ultimate. I guess he used it earlier when off screen, but here comes Mahar. Mahar's running down the river. They need to be careful about the potential for this flank. There's a Stride Breaker onto P-Clay, and he can't take the Lantern. Mahar's on a rampage as the Demacian Justice comes down onto the horse, and it's going to be the Dragon secured for sure by the Death Cards.
They could get a potential steal off right here. Jackalov Lamp moving in the area. But
Charge from Oath! The Cloud Drake goes the way of Return of Bingo, of Death Cards, and Oath is going to go the way of Death Cards as well. Karista cannot pull Bad Cop out to safety with the Fate's Call, just now coming off cooldown to Matsy potentially with the perma chase from this Udyr, gets the Bear Slap, the Rupture doesn't peel enough, he's gonna get the Immortal Shield Bow, and Mahar is just gonna spin on him as he goes unstoppable. Jackal's Lamp has to just sit and watch as his squishies on his team go down.
And those 2 gank stomp went a long way. Mahar now showing up big in this game, 5-2 on the Gare. With a 500 gold bounty. Dragon being picked up by Death Cards is also very big, being allowing them to prolong the game, or at least not threatening that potential soul for Return of Bingo Squad. It was just too slow of a rotation for Jackalov's Lamp. Mahar was there much before him.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I don't know if he had teleport at that time, but
he did not.
I think he was maybe just a little too greedy with it, thinking he could get there in time, but his team was already sort of falling apart at the seams as Mahar spins on him, gets the kill onto P-Clay with the Demacian Justice. The jungler was already dead, and maybe they should have just not taken that fight.
Yeah, perhaps now Oath thought he could find a good pick, but he ended up getting Axified, but trading his life. They should have maybe planned that a little bit more, getting the Thresh Lantern out, but nonetheless it happened. We can talk about this Rift Herald that's about to go down.
Yeah, it looks like pings going onto it on the side of Death Cards. Probably, it looks like it's already been started off by the solo laners. Jackal's Lamp again with the Feast has the potential for stealing it. Oh, and actually, never mind, it's already gone down.
Yep, Rift Herald going down. Now they're pushing into the mid lane. But if they drop the Rift Herald on mid lane, that will surely take the tower. It's less than half health. Pretty easy pickup potentially for Def Cards here as they're pushing into the topside jungle with Mahar putting pressure out. Jackalove's Lamp going to be spotted out here. Matzi going to just run in, run out. Oh, from the bot side, just pushing down that tower. They might end up tracing
does
here.
not connect, but the rocket grab does. Bad Cop does have the Fate's Call if he needs it, but Mahar is just spinning all over him. There's the Yone ultimate on the 3. Oh, Son of Shadows, Peak Late trying to get out of there, but he's going to get a knock up, and the Demacian Justice comes down onto Jackalove's Lamp. The Rift Herald dropped immediately by Matzi as they think this is a good call here, and it looks like it's going to be okay. A Baron actually going to be started up at 20 minutes as the Rift Herald is occupying so much of Return of Bingo Squad's time. Oath was in the bottom lane shoving that wave, and he did get a tower, but it's going to cost them so much here.
They knew that it was a very safe team fight to take with Oath in the bot side not having TP, and they just forced it, and it worked out for them. The big Yone ult and just a lot of damage coming down, and the Rift Herald drop means that this will be a free Baron for them too at 20 minutes and 45 seconds.
Yeah, I think Oath has actually been playing this game quite well for the most part, but I don't think that Ahri is a very particularly strong champion right now. It feels like her entire kit has 1 CC ability on it, and it does about as much damage as the like a lot of the meta mid laners, like Q, for instance. Yeah. I just don't think Ahri offers enough damage that is like to be worth how mobile the champion is.
Yeah, but Ahri is one of Oath's comfort picks, knowing that he's been playing in GRLCS Gold for quite a while. Yeah, with a couple, I think, I don't want to say what place he has finished in fear of being wrong and blaspheming the name of Oath. Now Jackalove's Lamp pushing the top side, going to be matched by Banana Uyu. He has the TP available. I think this is where Return of Bingo Squad needs to kind of push their advantage in terms of this TP, kind of rotating members around the map quickly. But they're running out of time with this Baron being pushed in 2 out of the 3 lanes.
What do you think of Bad Cop's mythic choice?
Strelia's. That's an interesting one because he's trying to obviously speed up his team. He's trying to speed up the high ground because they lack a little bit of engage if you're not just being run at. But with Thresh not having really great HP ratios, I wouldn't say it's as good as maybe, you know, trying to get Turbo Chem.
Bad Cop is gonna go down the Fate's Call again, just barely on cooldown. All Son of Shadows finds a fear onto 2 members, but it's not enough. A 3-man knock up into a 3-man ultimate. We've seen that so many times today. Jack goes in with a 2-man rupture shutdown, goes over onto Mahar on Oath, and now he's trying to do as much damage as he can, but again, the Ahri just doesn't do enough. With the Spirit Rush having been used, they only are able to get 1 in exchange for those 3 kills.
Yeah, and Matzi running in, trying to play Distract on Oath so that he cannot clear away the wave.
Flash knockup! It's not a distraction, it's a bait! It's a kill!
And Matzi now very, very low, gonna back off alongside Murph. They're looking towards that Cloud Dragon, second pickup of the game. With the Baron still well and alive, they might be able to make some more plays.
Inhib going down, Matzi's gonna pick up the Cloud Drake. They seeded those first 2 Drakes, and now they're ready to secure 4 in a row, if the game even lasts that long.
Yeah, but it looks like they're trying to go in for the steal. Bad Cop Karasuda on the way. Peakley might go in for the steal.
There's the ultimate coming in. Bad Cop gonna land a hook onto Matzi. The flash away from XIV is they're potentially just leaving their jungler for dead. Yes, they will. Shutdown goes over to Peakley. Now Mahar is gonna get rocket or Death Sensed in, but they don't have the damage necessary to kill him right now. This guy's so huge. Jackalove's Lamp looking for the rupture. Is gonna get an easy one with the Death Sense. No, he plays it back into it, but he doesn't get it. The blast cone. No, he doesn't get the chance. The Ren comes out, and Kodista picks up a shutdown.
Return of Bingo Squad getting 2 whole kills and
Rocket grab on the back hop. He's getting hit by a lot of those today, but Jackalove's Lamp is here, and now XIV turns around. He's gonna try and put down as much damage as he can, but Jackalove's Lamp is actually still rather tanky. Death Sense connects. He's gonna follow it, and he gets the 2-man play, but a 3-man ultimate from Banana Uyu is gonna kill the Thresh. XIV now getting chased away. Jackalove's Lamp is gonna try and get the feast off, but he gets shut down instead by Kodista.
Oh my goodness. Now, Return of Bingo Squad is coming back big in this game, picking up 15 kills to the 20 of Def Cards, with the inhibitor pushing in. Oath is forced to the back, but they're making their way back. They're showing signs of life. They're playing aggressively to try to get back into this game, which I really admire for them.
Man, just please remove Udyr from this game. This champion's so stupid. How could they not nerf this champion? It had like in solo queue, like nearly 58% win rate if I'm not mistaken on patch 11.3, with like a very solid pick rate and a 50-something% ban rate. I'm astonished that this champion was not touched in patch 11.4.
I too am astonished, but Riot's reasoning is they don't want to hurt the junglers before they find out how the jungle meta shapes up after these changes. But on this new patch, this current game is being played on 11.3, but the new patch 11.4, Udyr is still very, very strong.
Who would have guessed? P-Clay is going to face check into a bear slap, and now he's going to try and take the lantern out. Yes. Oh, no. The axe follows. Banana Uyu now going aggressive on the Oath. Does catch him with the ultimate. Is he going to be having enough damage to kill him off as he pops back? Yes, he does. Matzi now is going to try and get peeled off of Karista by Bad Cop Rupture. Is going to connect, and now Karista trying to do damage, but Mahar is trying to get in there. He gets the Stride Breaker off. He's going to start spinning on Karista. Karista's just going to potentially go down against the Immortal Shield bow, but he's going to get stunned up by the bear slap. Feast finally takes down Matzi, but now Jack Love's Lamp is now gonna get another kill as the play onto Mahar keeps him in tower range.
Jack Love's Lamp being so big right now might be able to allow
I don't know. I think there's just too much damage coming out from their side. And now Bad Cop plays him back in towards the tower. Jack Love's Lamp goes to the silence, but the Locket Shield and the Shield Bow are not enough to keep him alive after that one, but he will get the double kill for XIV. And here we go. P-Clay comes in to ruin the fun as he Onslaught of Shadow shuts down XIV. This might be the potential ace for return of Bingo Squad. There it is. Double kill for the Hecarim.
Yep, and now the Baron spawning very soon. Return of Bingo Squad could potentially go for this one. With 3 members down, Matzi's back up, level 14 and level 13 of P-Clay. So if they were to start this, it could be a potential steal for Matzi.
Oh man. Well, Jack Love's Lamp will be up in now, and he can make it over here with the Feast to ensure that they have the bigger smite. But Mahar is in the area, and Mahar is putting out a ton of damage right now. I actually don't think they have the ability to kill that guy without the Thresh literally locking him down 100%. But P-Clay's gonna try. He's gonna chase him down. Potentially, just know his E runs out. Mahar ready to come back around with that Stride Breaker here. Bad Cop is in the area now. He's gonna pop the Shurelya's.
Yeah, but meanwhile, that bought just enough time for the rest of Def Cards to respawn and get back on the map. They're moving on to the Baron now, trying to force this fight from return of Bingo Squad. They know that they're on the Baron, basically. They're walking in.
Spotted out by Control Ward. The Baron is at about 8k. Rocket Grab is going to connect onto Bad Cop, but he gets pulled back in by Fate's Call. Now Mirth is the focus, looking for the knockup. He's going to not get a knockup, but he does get down a really nice box with a flash forward for a 4-man ultimate from Oyo. Bad Cop goes down. Karista's kiting it out, and it doesn't look like, in spite of that ultimate, it's going great for them because it's a 2-for-1 so far. Mahar is just going to turn around, throw down the silence. Oath is here, but now Mahar might turn his attention onto him. The Demacian Justice is still available, but Nana Oyo comes over the wall, is just going to pop back over. Mahar now in a 1v4 situation. He doesn't have the damage. Karista with the Immortal Shield Bow will keep him alive.
Now they're looking towards the dragon, it appears. They don't have the confidence to start up this Baron with both Axivite and Banana Uyu up, so this dragon should be a relatively free pickup for them. They have Jack Love's Lamp there to help secure. He doesn't have the Feast up though. P-Clay does have the Smite. Jack Love's Lamp standing on the outside of the zone, any potential steal. Axivite now moving in for the red buff. The return of Bingo Squad coming back big, only at a 5k gold disadvantage now, and they are showing very many signs of life, even with great team fighting from Def Guards.
I am actually very surprised that they didn't go for that Baron. It was a 4v2 on the map, and the only one dead on their side was Bad Cop. They had all the DPS they would have had normally for that Baron, and the jungler was dead, so P-Clay was not at risk of losing the smite fight, even without the Feast available for Jack Love's Lamp.
But now, return of Bingo Squad backing up, trying to take some camps, trying to get some farm onto their carries. A lot of significant items being already completed for Return of Bingo
Rocket
Squad,
Grab
but
next
here
time the
comes the
Jackal Lamb
Rocket
gets
Grab.
silenced up. He's now in the middle of 4 members. The Rupture only catches on the 2. Demasi
Oh,
Injustice and the Stride Breaker are enough, but Banana Uyu misses his ultimate. The Destins connects. He's not going to follow that one all the way to his death.
Yeah, and Oath not on the map for that one, meaning that Return of Bingo Squad can't confidently take that fight. The Baron being turned onto by Def Cards. Midway being pushed in. Karasuda on the bot side of the map. They're deciding to just fully give this one over the Def Cards, and with good reason.
I 100% think they should have gone for that Baron when they won that fight 3 for 1. And as a result, they're just asking to get like one person picked up. That one person happens to be the most important when it comes to contesting Baron, the one with the beast. And they just lose the Baron, or they give over the opportunity to get Baron when it shouldn't have even been on the map at this point.
But now Oath headed back to the base, going to he doesn't have any items to complete, I don't think. It looks like he already completed Morello's Void Staff and the Luden. I guess just to refresh his Corrupting Pod, but he's waiting in the base for quite a while.
He sold the Corrupting Potion, picked up a stopwatch.
Okay, yes, this will be very key for this next fight. Keep your eyes on Oath as he heads in with the Spirit Rush, potentially baiting out some big cooldowns and then using the stopwatch. But now moving on to the bot side is Death Cards.
Yeah, it's actually quite unfortunate for GRLCS and Oath being level 15 right now. They really want to hit that level 16 before another fight breaks out. Bad Cop just narrowly avoiding being caught by Mirth there. The charm did go out, but it did not connect onto anybody as Mahar now pushing into that bot lane. And it looks like they're going to have to try and fight on this inhibitor.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they have any great engage options right now. Hecarim all the way in the back.
They're going to engage with the Fate's Call. They're going to try and get a pick onto Matzi, but he's so fast. He's just running circles literally around the base. He flashes back towards his team. Matzi coming in. GRLCS is now onto the fight here. There's the Onslaught of Shadows on the 2. That's a really nice one as Mirth is going to get focused down against the Rocket Grab onto Karista. Mahar is in the back line. Turns around. Goes in. Karista goes down. Pikle is now stunned up by the Bear Slap. Matzi gets a big shield from the Turtle Stance. Goes back in. He's going to go down and double kill, but the Demasi Injustice shuts him down. Banana Uyu doing what he can as GRLCS is just standing in the middle of the enemy team. He danced the Dark Passage out to safety. Bad Cop 74 is going very low, very low. He's going to get the Spirit back towards the safety. It's going to be a 2 for 2, but the inhibitor goes the way of Death Cards and the health bars bleeding red on GRLCS and Bad Cop.
Yeah, and they're going to have to reset here. Mahar going down towards the bot wave, try to push that one in, maybe get something more off of this push. 2 members down of Return of Bingo Squad, both Pikle and Karasu, the very significant members here. They're just going to go and back off, use the Baron buff for the last part of their recall, and now getting back onto the map. Next dragon happens in about a minute and 15 seconds, so Return of Bingo Squad is going to be looking for that one very heavily.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing is that the Cloud Soul is actually quite good for a lot of their team members, but Cloud Soul in general compared to the other souls that are in the game is just probably the least impactful overall. So, not what you want when you're ahead in Dragons.
And now Vision being prepped by Death Cards. Blitzcrank might find another key hook. Look how big Jack Love's lamp is. Now on the side.
Oh, that's the jungler. Pikle is gonna get silenced up. He Onslaught of Shadows out to safety, gets the Serix Gauge popped.
Yeah, that's just not what you
the
want,
throws
though.
down the box.
Won't have Onslaught of Shadows for this next fight, and now they're being zoned away. Here comes the Death Cards.
And there's the Rupture as well. They're just gonna get a little bit of damage on doing because they don't want to hard commit onto the Blitzcrank. Bad Cop in a bad spot. There's the Rocket Grab on the Jackal's Lamp. That's who you want it on, if anybody. Now there's the ultimate. It gonna connect onto 3. A nice engage from Banana Uyu. And now, Chaos breaks out. Mahar gets a kill on the Bad Cop. A Rocket Grab pulled in the Ahri. Massey is just gonna flash Bear Slap as Karista can't do enough, even with how much he was kiting. A triple kill for the Draven. And it's gonna be the ace for 0. And that might be the end of this game.
A massive engage by Banana Uyu, hitting 3 members with the ultimate in the choke point. Now they are going to reap the rewards of that team fight, taking down the first Nexus Tower, taking down the second, and then finally picking up their first win of the GRLCS.
Yeah. Death Cards with a victory over Return of Bingo Squad will wrap up this stream. Wow. I liked how that game kind of turned out, you know? Return of Bingo Squad, they were basically behind for a large part of the game after Matzy got those 2 ganks off on top lane. But they continued to try and make plays, they continued to show signs of life, and some team fights actually did go in their favor, but at the end of the day, the gold gap was just too staggering, and a few misplayed team fights and a few misplayed macro calls resulted in a victory for Death Cards. But really nice game overall by both teams, really nice game overall from all 8 teams that we saw today. Anything else you want to say, Dulos, before we sign off for today?
No.
No. Alright, well this has been GRLCS Season 14 Week 1 Platinum Capped stream for the Darkin Conference. Tune in tomorrow for the Ascended Conference. From us, I've been Alex HNA22, this has been Darren Dulos Gwyn. We've loved casting for you guys. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.